And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I got you. I got you. Mike 55.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Mitchell. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Jackson finding his tight end Andrews for the Ravens, 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
From the 41, Jackson. Flush to his right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. Down to about the 37. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson now. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Andrews. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the
touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Jalen Waddle, 75 yards. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Blankenship out to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll try again. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Jackson's throw there complete to Allen.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Allen's first catch, good for a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Play action. Now Jackson. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. He was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On second and 10, Lance. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Deep ball for Goodwin. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the 49ers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And they will take over 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now a play fake. Lance. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. This one caught by Kittle. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 55.
Ready.
Throwing now is Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jalen Waddle. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On third down, Jackson. Goodwin able to haul it in. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens are back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And that's caught at the 25. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 75 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his target, Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Jackson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check right, 60.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
The toss left side for Mitchell.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's a former Raven. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Elijah Mitchell.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the 49ers look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out of this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Too little,
They'll go option to the short side.
And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. And Lance again going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They run over center with Mitchell. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 73 yards rushing now for Mitchell. He's got a first down.
Mike 14. Mike 14. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for San Francisco,